Okay, check this video out. Don't you like videos? Well, I do, especially in my real estate business, and I bet you that if you're using video in your real estate business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a massive result. All right, so what am I sharing with you today? Well, in this video, I want to show you something special as pertains to you in your real estate business. Okay, primarily association. As you know, every year in the springtime, we put together what we call the Platinum Money Making Summit. And that's coming up in April 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. You can see all the things that are going on there. The Platinum Money Making Summit, April 20th through 22nd. So something that we haven't done before, we're going to put together and do for you that's working really well is these small group breakout events. So I'm going to scroll down through the agenda and share this with you. Check it out. Here it is. At 10:30 to noon on day 2, 10:30 to noon on day 2, you can see these small group breakouts. So what is that all about? Well, I'm going to scroll down to the last page here and detail this for you. Small group breakout details on day 2, Friday 21st, called Academy Day. 10:30 to noon. So what's happening? Well, based on your income, 200 up to 250,000, between 250 and 500. 500 to a million, 1 million and up, even broker owners. There's a small group breakout going on day 2. Check it out though. Let's see what's going to happen at these breakouts. So if you're under $250,000, in this small group breakout on day 2, Friday 21st in Anaheim, California, Mark Gastineau is going to be your host. This is what Mark says. In the up to $250,000 range, I think there needs to be a basic checklist of what you need to do first. Sometimes the Platinum business plan is a bit overwhelming for the member that is less than $250,000. I know we have the list already, but putting this together in a simpler format would be helpful, or at least presenting it in a step-by-step way. There's no sense stressing about radio ads or expensive marketing campaigns when the basics are not fully being implemented. Mark Gastineau. He's exactly right. So there's a checklist called the first 6 months Platinum checklist that Mark has, and we're going to compare that checklist and that business plan to your business. Okay, over this breakout if you're earning under $250,000. And the reason is we want you to go from under $250,000 to $250,000 to $500,000 in income as soon as possible. So Mark's right on. It's going to be a great breakout session for you. All right, let's look at if you earn somewhere around $250,000 to $500,000 in income. Blake Corey is going to be your host in this small group breakout. Here's what Blake says. TW, I was going to bring my entire team up since it's so close, and for some of the time do a panel whereas the attendees could do a Q&A with my team. I was thinking the ongoing training we're always doing, their everyday activities, along with how they stay in their lane. The reason I thought about this is because from my experience, the 250 to 500,000 group, if they haven't already, will begin looking to bring on good OSAs and start handing off appointments. Blake Corey. Okay, so there you go. So Blake has a flow chart that he's going to pass out in this session for all of you between $250,000 and $500,000. A flow chart on how it should work as you begin to hand business off to others. You like that? Okay, well, how about this? If you're between $500,000 and $1 million in income, your host, Sarah Reynolds. So here's what Sarah says. For my group, 500 to 1 million, I think it needs to be about building a team, recruiting, hiring, firing, etc., surrounding themselves with other talent around them to get them above $1 million. And she's right. If you're 500 to a million, we want you to get over $1 million. So how do you do that? It's how you leverage the people that you're bringing on your team. You already have a team. You're already handing business off, but you're only as good as those people. You're only as good as your team. So Sarah's going to show you how to leverage the people you're bringing on to get even more business and more production out of them. Okay, how about over $1 million? If you're earning over $1 million, raise your hand. Your host, John Reeves, in this special small group breakout at the Platinum Money Making Summit. Here's what John says. For the millionaire agents, leadership, accountability is what I think would benefit the bigger teams. Now that the big teams are producing hundreds of leads, it's important to track, manage, and account for the processes, systems, technology, and people. And for the broker owners in the group, you're going to head to the small group breakout with Jay Macklin. Okay, what's Jay talking about? Broker owners, increasing the pain of disconnect by the systems, tools, coaching, and training you provide. Take inventory of what you have and offer, then learn how to use it as leverage in your recruiting and retention. Right, you already have plenty of success as a broker owner. How do you leverage the success and turn that into a recruiting and retention system? So how about that? The small group breakouts at the annual Platinum Money Making Summit coming up in Anaheim. Small group breakouts are on day 2, April 21st from 10:30 to noon. Okay, and again, this is just a sampling of what's going on at the Platinum Money Making Summit. All right, now, if you haven't registered or gotten set up for the Platinum Money Making Summit, here's what you do now. You get to craigproctorcoaching.com, go to schedule and events at craigproctorcoaching.com, and here it is. The Platinum Money Making Summit, April 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Broker Owner Conference is a day before if you're a broker owner member. Okay. The Money Making Summit's April 20th, 21st, and 22nd. You can view event details and register right there at craigproctorcoaching.com. Any questions, though, you're going to want to call 678-436-8292. That's 678-436-8292, and you can pull that number right off the agenda that's available for you to download right there on the site. There it is. Okay, 436-8292, 678-436-8292. Okay, and looking forward to seeing you there at the annual Platinum Money Making Summit. Going to be the biggest, most amazing real estate conference that you will have ever attended on making more money. Go sell big.